Hello, dear friends. Here we are again exploring the most extraordinary recipes. I am Kanan Badalov, and I welcome you to this channel. I hope you're ready to dive into something special today. Today we are going to make you crave something sweet, something ultimately refreshing for this sweltering summer. We're talking watermelon, but not just any watermelon. I'm talking about the kind that's perfectly ripe, with a vibrant green skin and deep red flesh. A good watermelon should feel heavy for its size and have a deep hollow sound when you knock on it. These guys know how to choose the perfect watermelons, so I trust them to do it for me today. I will need lots of watermelon since we're using them to make the ultimate summer treat, ice cream. And you know me, I don't do things in small portions. We're going big. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe. That way, the next time you're scrolling through YouTube trying to find my channel, you'll have it right in your subscriptions. Trust me, I've been there, endlessly searching for a channel I love. Like the video, hit the bell icon, and we're ready to dive into this delicious journey. I am pairing the watermelon ice cream with orange ice cream. First things first, let's give these watermelons a good wash. They've probably been sitting out in the sun gathering dust, so we want them clean and ready for action. Look at this army of watermelons, standing at attention and ready to sacrifice themselves for something truly special. The ultimate summer delight awaits. Surely, to get those sharp and smooth cuts, I need a proper knife, don't you agree? What's a chef without a sharp knife? A good knife is the backbone of good cooking. Without it, you're just hacking away, and the result? Messy, uneven cuts, and nobody wants that. Well, I assume you, little one, are here for a reason. Okay, go ahead and take a slice of watermelon. Everyone deserves a treat, don't they? We've cut all the watermelons in half, and now it's time to continue chopping them into smaller pieces. The more we cut, the closer we get to that refreshing ice cream. Now, I'm going to scoop out the inside of the watermelon and toss it into this big bucket. There's a lot of watermelon to go through, but don't worry, I'm determined to get to the last one. The thought of the final product, that sweet and refreshing ice cream, keeps me going. All right, little one, let's see what you've got planned. Sounds interesting. You've got some creative ideas up your sleeve, haven't you? As for the watermelon rinds, I'm going to toss them to my poultry. Fun fact, watermelon rinds are actually great for chickens. They're a good source of hydration, especially on hot days, and they'll happily peck away at them. Plus, it's an eco-friendly way to reduce waste. Everybody wins. Before turning this mass into liquid, we need to smash the watermelon flesh. By doing this, it'll be much easier to blend later. Think of it as a pre-blender workout. All right, little one, it's your turn again. Keep smashing until it's all done. Now it's my turn to get this watermelon nice and liquidy. I'll use this giant blender to mince every bit of it. No chunk left behind. Now, let's drain the mixture to remove any leftover pulp or seeds. We want the watermelon juice to be as smooth as silk, so there are no chunky bits in our ice cream. Look at this texture. It's perfectly smooth, just the way we want it. It's going to make for the creamiest watermelon ice cream you've ever had. Let's add some sugar to sweeten this up. We want that perfect balance between the natural sweetness of the watermelon and the added sugar. I've managed to find this rectangular metal container, which will help us shape our ice cream just right. The ice cream will freeze in this container and come out looking professional, like a true summer treat. All right, we're done with the watermelon. Now, let's move on to the oranges. I've got dozens of them, and they need to be cut in half so we can juice them. For the oranges, we'll be using this handy juice extractor. It's going to make the process quick and easy, but I'll still be giving my arms a little workout. While I'm here exercising my arms with the juicer, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like the video. You wouldn't want to miss out on future recipes, right? I've squeezed all the orange juice, and I've added some sugar to give it that extra sweetness. The combination of citrusy freshness and a touch of sugar makes for a perfect contrast. Here's another rectangular metal container for the orange ice cream. Just like the watermelon, this will help give it a nice shape. Besides watermelon and orange, I'm also going to make a rich chocolate ice cream. For this, I'll be adding cream, cocoa powder, and lots of condensed milk. Trust me, it's going to be extra sweet, perfect for all the chocolate lovers out there. Let's get the chocolate mixture into a container as well. And now, all 3 containers are ready. Watermelon, orange, and chocolate, the perfect trio. Here are the wooden sticks I'll use for the ice cream pops. Let's get them in place so they freeze with the ice cream and make it easy to grab and enjoy. Into the freezer they go. Bye-bye for now.
Now guys, let's frozen it and see you tomorrow. Salam alaikum.
The ice creams are ready. Of course, she shows up just in time, like she's got a sixth sense for when sweet treats are about to appear. Let's get these ice creams out of these containers before she finishes them all with those little hands scooping bite after bite. I swear, if I blink, she'll have polished off half the batch.
It's done, guys.
Look at this size. This ice cream is almost as big as you are, buddy. Maybe bigger. I think this one counts as a full meal. Dessert for dinner, anyone? Well, the chocolate one looks even better. I don't know which one I'm gonna go for. Which one do you want me to taste?
Oh my God!
And finally, the reigning champ. Look at this, bold, juicy, and larger than life. We call him the Watermelon King. These sizes are meant for someone much bigger than us, but well, who said we won't pull it off? Whoever said size matters clearly hasn't met us. We may be small, but we've got the spirit and the appetite to take down these frozen giants. Now, let's taste them for real. You first, Princess. Take a bite and tell me how it tastes. It's always an adventure when a little one is in charge of tasting.
Okay.
Princess, you've got the royal duty. Give us the verdict.
Perfect.
I want a bit more, and for that, I'll need a hammer. Seriously, these pops are so big, I might need a construction team to help me finish one. Or at least a hammer to break them into smaller bites. Where's my toolbox? And don't forget to subscribe. Trust me, you won't want to miss the next episode, as there is something extra special awaiting you. Oh man, the watermelon is like biting into a slice of summer. Cool, refreshing, with that juicy sweetness that just explodes in your mouth. And the orange, zesty, tangy, like a burst of sunshine that wakes you right up. It's like sunshine and fruit salad in every bite. Now, let's have a bite of this chocolate one. Creamy, rich, just like always. Guys, this was something to experience. I guess I'll never get store-bought ice cream again after making my own. But let's be honest, the next batch will be a bit smaller. Thanks for sharing this sweet moment with me.
Guys, thank you for watching. If you like, don't forget to subscribe. Salam alaikum.
I'm Kanan Badalov, and this has been an unforgettable cooking adventure. Until next time, keep it cool, keep it sweet. Hello and welcome, foodies. I'm Kanan Badalov, here to deliver yet another jaw-dropping steak recipe, guaranteed to make your taste buds dance in delight.
And guys, smells so good.
Get ready for a culinary adventure that's bold, flavorful, and nothing short of unforgettable. But hold on, I'm not just roasting steaks the usual way. Nope. Today, I'm pulling out some antique irons. Watch as these raw steaks transform into golden brown, perfectly pressed marbles of marbled meat under the weight of these retro irons. You've probably seen these irons before, maybe gathering dust in your basement or tucked away in your grandmother's house. You know, the one sitting on top of a forgotten pile of mystery tools no one dares to touch. Well, today, they're getting a glow up because we're turning them into steak presses. As the perfect sidekick for our steaks, I'm whipping up a smoky, juicy grilled veggie salad. It's a classic accompaniment to grilled meats or kebabs here in Azerbaijan. The charred veggies, packed with rich, smoky goodness, bring out the best in any grilled dish. Oh, and by the way, if you're enjoying this episode, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, give the video a like, and share it with your fellow foodies. Your support means the world to me and keeps the steak sizzling. This part? Not for me. Doggy, come here and take your share, but behave. Don't interrupt the master chef at work. When choosing a steak, always go for cuts with good marbling. Those streaks of fat running through the meat are your best friends. They melt during cooking, keeping your steak tender, juicy, and loaded with flavor. A well-marbled steak is a chef's secret weapon to perfection. To add a smoky twist to this cookout, I've burned 2 thin logs in the grill. Once they're good and charred, I'll bring them back to the table to cook the steaks with a hint of wood-fired magic. Now, let's move on to our salad. It's as simple as it is satisfying. Just poke a few holes in all your veggies to prevent their skins from tearing under high heat. For this smoky traditional veggie salad, we'll use eggplant, peppers, and tomatoes. This trio, oh, they're like the Avengers of the veggie world, teaming up to save your plate from boredom. Give them a few minutes on the grill and they're ready to shine. See that beautiful charred skin? While I'll peel off that blackened layer, the smoky essence is already soaked deep into the veggies. There's a reason people go crazy for grilled food. It's all about that irresistible smokiness that reminds us of campfires and lazy summer evenings. While I'm busy working magic over here, someone's sneaking snacks. Hey princess, you're nibbling on my ingredients. If you're not helping, at least bring me that tray. I need an extra pair of hands, not an extra stomach. Out come the eggplants, tomatoes, and peppers, their skins perfectly charred to a gorgeous blackened texture. The eggplant is soft and smoky, the tomatoes are oozing sweetness, and the peppers have just the right hint of bitterness from the flames. They look like a culinary masterpiece painted by fire itself. Alright, let's peel off the skin gently.
Buradadılar. Tavukların yanında.
Now I will dice the veggies into thin cubes, but you can see the texture of the veggies is quite soft, so this salad is actually going to turn into spread. I will grill some baguette slices, and this smoky crunchiness will elevate the spread to another level. This salad isn't just a dish, it's a summer staple in Azerbaijan. When the weather heats up, families across the country gather in their backyards or countryside gardens to grill kebabs and prepare this juicy, smoky salad. It's as much about the tradition as it is about the taste, a vibrant, refreshing complement to rich, charred meats. Now, in go the onions, adding their pungent kick to balance the sweetness of the grilled veggies. A generous sprinkle of fresh coriander gives the salad its signature aroma and binds all of the ingredients together into a symphony of flavors. Finally, a dash of salt and pepper ties it all together. To elevate the salad even more, I'm adding a handful of cherries. Their juicy sweetness brings a delightful twist, and a finishing drizzle of olive oil seals in the flavors. This salad isn't just food. Now, let's mix it all together. Isn't it beautiful? The vibrant colors of the veggies, the shimmer of olive oil, and the deep reds of the cherries create a dish that's almost too gorgeous to eat. Food isn't just about taste, it's about presentation. One taste, perfect. Just a pinch more salt and it's ready to serve. Before we move on, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and hit that bell icon. Trust me, you don't want to miss any of these delicious recipes. Every like and subscribe makes a big difference and keeps me cooking up more amazing meals. When it comes to steaks, rosemary is non-negotiable. Its earthy, woody fragrance infuses the meat with a flavor that's both subtle and unforgettable. Now watch closely. I'm placing the steaks on a bed of rosemary, drizzling them with olive oil, and pressing them under the antique irons. The rosemary's oils and aroma will seep deep into the meat, creating layers of flavor you won't believe until you taste them. A quick olive oil massage on each steak to ensure they're ready for their close-up. While the irons preheat, let's take a moment to appreciate their history. Back in the day, these were unsung heroes of laundry day, smoothing out wrinkled shirts and tablecloths. Now, they're here to smooth out steaks instead. Who'd have thought Grandma's tools could double as gourmet kitchen gear? From crisp linens to crispy steak. Talk about multitasking. And now, the big moment. I slam the irons onto the steaks and steam billows out from all sides. The sizzle is loud, sharp, and commanding, like a thunderstrike in the quiet of the kitchen. As the fat meets the heat, it crackles and melts, releasing an intoxicating aroma that's smoky, savory, and utterly mouth-watering.
And guys, smells so good.
Cooking steaks this way isn't just unique, it's effective. The intense, even pressure from the irons locks in the juices while ensuring a perfect crust on the outside. It's steak artistry at its finest, delivering a texture and flavor you just can't replicate any other way. One final turn and they're almost done. I'm careful not to overcook them, keeping the insides perfectly juicy and tender. Now for the bread. I slice a fresh baguette into thin pieces, drizzle them with olive oil, and toss them on the grill. The heat leaves those gorgeous char lines while infusing the bread with a smoky aroma that complements the steak and salad beautifully. We're nearing the finish line. Everything is cooked to perfection. Here's a tip. If you have any leftover or slightly spoiled veggies, don't toss them. Bake them in the oven and you can create a similar smoky salad. It's a great way to reduce waste while still enjoying incredible flavors. For our rustic dinner, this log will serve as a natural and charming platter. I'll plate the steaks and salad on it, turning the entire table into a feast for both the eyes and the stomach. Finally, I slice into the steak, revealing its beautifully rosy and tender interior. Juices glisten as they run onto the plate. The texture is soft yet firm, promising each bite will be rich, succulent, and packed with flavor. It's perfection in steak form. Wait a moment, my friend. I'll show you how it's done. Good thing I prepared 2 logs, one for you and one for me. A real rustic dinner for 2. My little princess here is too busy enjoying the meal to say a word. The only sounds at the table are the satisfying crunch of bread, the tender bite of steak, and the quiet hum of contentment. With a glass of homemade juice, the meal comes together as more than just food. It's an experience, a shared moment of joy. This isn't just dinner. It's a story of flavors, aromas, and memories coming alive. The night wraps around us like a warm embrace, with every bite adding to the harmony. Here's to good food, good company, and the magic of moments like these. Cheers! Your Kanan Badalov.
Thank you guys for watching. If you like, don't forget to subscribe. See you soon. Salam alaikum.
Hello, friends, foodies, and anyone who just clicked this video, because, let's be honest, you got hungry scrolling. Welcome. Today, we're rolling up our sleeves and, well, rolling up lamb meat too. Juicy, tender, and so full of flavor, it might just make your taste buds start dancing. Imagine impressing your friends with a dish so good, they'll start asking if you moonlight as a chef. Spoiler, you'll be saying, who, me? Nah, I just follow Kanan's channel. So grab a seat. Or better yet, grab your apron, because we're about to cook something so epic, even your oven will feel like a rock star. Subscribe to the channel and take your cooking skills to the next level, where every dish is an unexpected masterpiece. Alright, now we're working with the fatty meat from the ribs. You might ask why this part. Let me tell you, this is the VIP section of lamb. Just that perfect amount of fat and meat combined to keep our roll juicy and tender and full of flavor to a point it could do a little happy dance with your taste buds. And as it cooks, the fat just melts down like butter, and that makes this roll into some kind of magic. Now, speaking of rolls, did you know wrapping meat in this manner is a rather ancient tradition? Man has been rolling and stuffing since, well, probably since some poor devil got tired of plain old roasts and decided to give things a little excitement. Now it's time to give this lamb a little love tap, or maybe a few dozen. The goal here is to flatten the meat nice and evenly, so it's thin enough to roll up beautifully. We're looking for about a 1/4 inch thickness, thin but not so thin that it tears when we roll it. Think of it like the perfect pancake, not too thick, not too flimsy, but just right. For the filling, I'm using a simple spread with greens, garlic, paprika, and olive oil. This adds a nice kick while keeping the meat juicy and tender. The olive oil locks in moisture, and the paprika adds a subtle, smoky warmth. As for other fillings, the possibilities are endless. You could try an herby pesto, a zesty mix of lemon and rosemary, or even a creamy ricotta and sun-dried tomato filling. But this green and garlicky spread, it's a classic, and it works wonders with lamb.
Pepper. Olive oil. Perfect.
Alright, now let's throw in some green and black olives. Why olives? They're like the perfect sidekick to the lamb. Salty and briny, they cut through the richness and bring everything together. The green ones add a nice tang, while the black olives give it that earthy depth. Next, I'm crushing some garlic again, because, let's be real, garlic makes everything better. And to finish it off, I'm adding dried tomatoes. These tiny gems carry a sweet, sun-dried flavor and that touch of umami that would make the lamb just fantastic. Okay, it is now time to roll this beauty up. You really have to be careful and do this precisely. The last thing you want is this roll unraveling as it is baking in the oven. Proceed slowly, making sure this is tightly rolled, but just so as not to let the filling begin to spill out. You want it snug like a well-packed suitcase, but still comfy enough for all those delicious flavors inside to mingle. Once it's rolled, give it a little final tuck to make sure everything stays in place. For the side, we're keeping it classic with potatoes, but these aren't just any potatoes. These little guys are about to soak up all the rich, hearty lamb juices. We'll infuse them with rosemary for that fragrant kick, and as they roast, they'll act like little sponges, absorbing all those delicious flavors. Trust me, when these potatoes hit the plate, they'll be as flavorful as the lamb itself. A perfect pairing. Nothing goes better with lamb than these savory herb-infused spuds. For that perfect light smoky flavor, I'm going to use a kitchen torch to burn the fat on the lamb. The fat crisps up, adding that gorgeous charred edge and the smoky aroma. Time to send this roll into the oven for a couple of hours. Let it cook low and slow, and trust me, it'll be worth the wait. Meanwhile, we've been pretty productive so far, so I think it's time for a well-earned tea break. You know, just a little moment to sit back, relax, and recharge. The rustle of leaves is so calming, and with this hot cup in my hand, it's like the warmth is spreading from the inside out. Feels peaceful, doesn't it? We've earned this pause, so let's enjoy it before we get back to that delicious lamb roll. Our dish needs that fresh kick to really balance everything out and make our taste buds dance, right? Well, I'm going to make a fresh juicy salad with green peppers, pickled mushrooms, crumbled pickle, pickled corn, and drizzle some olive oil over. Tangy, crunchy, just what the rich lamb needs for contrast. Now that the salad is in the works, I think it's time to check on our meat roll too. Let's take a look.
olive oil. Guys, our simple salad is ready.
Alright, check this out. The meat roll is out of the oven and wow, it looks amazing. The fat is crisped up into this beautiful golden brown crust, and those potatoes perfectly golden and looking so tempting. And voila, the moment of truth we have all been waiting for. My daughter's been eyeing this feast like a hawk. Just look at those hungry eyes. It's so juicy that at just a slight touch, the lamb roll starts to brim with the all-melted fat, and when you cut into it, just check the inside. Just right as it should be. Hey, if you're loving what you're seeing, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and ring the bell so you're always in the loop. You wouldn't want to miss the next juicy dish coming your way. Here we are diving in. Nothing like sinking your teeth into this juicy meat roll and crispy potatoes. Honestly, it's like the perfect bite every time. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. I really hope you try this out on your own and give yourself something very special. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and ring the bell so you don't miss more tasty adventures. Until next time, keep cooking, keep eating, and keep enjoying. Your chef, Kanan Badalov.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Guys, thank you for watching. If you like, don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.
Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum. Bye-bye.
Hello and welcome, my dear friends. I'm Kanan Badalov, your all-time chef. Today, I've got something truly incredible for you. A wholesome recipe that's loved and praised by many Azerbaijani people, buglama. We're going to cook this in an ancient steamed cooking cauldron, keeping the tradition alive while embracing the unique flavors and aromas that come with it. You're in for a treat, and this method, it's one of a kind. This is going to be an incredibly interesting experience, combining traditional cuisine with an ancient cooking method. You're going to love the journey from start to finish. So make haste, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hit the bell icon. All three actions in one go, and you won't miss a single delicious moment. We're starting this adventure not without the help of my little friend. Today my little helper will be lending a hand, which makes everything much more fun. And look at this beautiful turkey. It's going to be the star of our buglama. Fresh, local, and packed with flavor, this turkey will elevate our dish to a whole new level of taste. Let's get my knife sharp. A sharp knife is key to good cooking. It makes everything easier, from slicing through vegetables to working with large cuts of meat. These knives are not just any kitchen tools. They're precision instruments that give you control, speed, and accuracy. Whether you're dicing veggies for a quick stir-fry or cutting through something hearty like this turkey, a quality knife is going to change the way you cook. Make sure you've got one in your kitchen. It's going to rock your culinary world. Now let me tell you about buglama. It's a traditional Azerbaijani dish where meat is long stewed with various vegetables. The slow cooking process ensures that the flavors marry perfectly, giving you a rich, flavorful sauce. The meat absorbs all the goodness from the veggies, and the result is a dish that's comforting, hearty, and full of depth. Stewing for hours is what makes buglama so special. It's a labor of love. I make sure to add plenty of onions because they're crucial. Onions are what bring out that umami flavor, adding a savory richness that blends beautifully with the other ingredients. They also add a subtle sweetness as they cook down, balancing the dish perfectly. Without enough onions, the buglama just wouldn't have that depth we're looking for. While I'm busy with the cooking, someone else here is entertaining our little turtle. Poor thing, it's probably wondering, why don't you let me go back to the pond and focus on your cooking show? But don't worry, we'll get back to the serious business soon. As for the tomatoes, they're key to adding that juicy, rich texture to the dish. Finally, she's here to lend a hand with the cooking. It's always more fun when you've got some company in the kitchen, don't you think? Whether it's a little helper or a friend, cooking becomes an experience to share. And of course, nibbling on a few ingredients as we go. But hey, that's part of the fun. Snacking on the freshest veggies while preparing a delicious meal. Now, let's take our cauldron and start layering the ingredients one by one. First, we add the onions, followed by the vibrant peppers, then some juicy turkey, a sprinkle of turmeric to bring warmth and earthiness, and then more layers, more peppers, more turkey, and of course, a good amount of seasoning. This layering ensures every bite will be a burst of flavor. On top, we'll place some tender aubergines and ripe tomatoes, which will add richness and juiciness as they melt into the dish.
Gezdim. Çok koydum.
Sukarı kullandım ne yedin? Pizza.
For a little kick of sourness, I'm going to add alcha. These sour plums bring a tangy brightness that balances out the richness of the meat and vegetables. The acidity will cut through the stew, adding a delightful contrast to the deep, savory flavors.
Baba yık bunun içerisine.
Tak tük kazandı.
Uy.
Altı orada. Küşat, git limon derde biraz.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You don't want to miss any of these delicious adventures, and trust me, there's a lot more to come. I've sent her to grab some lemons to infuse our buglama with a fresh citrusy flavor. She's quick as a flash, just what I need in the kitchen to keep things moving smoothly. Nothing better than a little speed and enthusiasm when you're cooking, right? I will cut the lemons in half, squeezing the juice right into the dish, adding that zingy freshness that will elevate the entire stew. The acidity from the lemons brightens everything up, making the flavors pop even more.
getirsem beni.
Now we'll throw in some herbs for extra aroma and flavor. We've got green hot peppers for a little heat, saffron to bring a touch of luxury, and just a bit of water to help everything cook evenly and develop those deep flavors. Time to light the fire for our cauldron. The slow, steady heat will coax out all the incredible flavors from the meat and vegetables, creating a dish that's hearty, rich, and satisfying. Now, we'll let the buglama stew slowly, allowing all those rich flavors to meld together. This is the part where patience pays off. You just must let the dish do its thing, simmering gently until it's perfection in a pot. Look at this wonderful stew. It's bubbling away beautifully, and the smell is absolutely mouth-watering. The aroma of slow-cooked meat and vegetables is filling the air, and I can already tell this is going to be a winner. Now, let's take the cauldron off the heat. I should be more careful as it's heavy and steaming hot. We're going to bring this massive cauldron straight to the table. Don't be surprised, I'm just pulling this watermelon from our underground storage. It's going to be the perfect refreshing treat to accompany our meal. Watermelon is such a great contrast to the richness of the stew. It's light, sweet, and refreshing. Not too heavy. Let's see if you can manage to carry it. It's not just about taste, it's also about having fun with your food. Watermelon is always a hit, especially on a warm day like today. A juicy chilled watermelon will be the ideal addition to our feast. After a hearty stew like buglama, something light and refreshing is just what we need. It's going to cleanse the palate and leave us feeling satisfied but not too heavy. Let's serve the table and get things neat and tidy. Some cheese for a bit of creaminess, fresh herbs to add a fragrant touch, watermelon for that refreshing sweetness, and of course, bread, an essential to soak up every last bit of that delicious sauce. The buglama, cooked in the cauldron, is a sight to behold. The aroma is absolutely intoxicating. The rich scent of slow-cooked meat, vegetables, and herbs fills the air, drawing everyone closer.
Papa gelmişti.
The stew itself is beautifully glossy, with tender chunks of turkey bathed in a deep, flavorful sauce. The vegetables have melted down into a silky, rich texture, each bite a perfect balance of savory, sweet, and tangy.
Bir batır.
Bu bir tane ayaklarımdan alıyor.
The meat is fall-apart tender, practically melting in your mouth, and the sauce is rich with the umami from the onions and the tartness of the alcha. The saffron adds a luxurious depth, while the lemon and herbs give it a fresh, vibrant finish. This is comfort food at its finest, cooked with love, tradition, and a touch of creativity.
Hı? Pamuk kimi diyeyim?
Anne verirsen sakanı ya böyle yalanını bence. Papa. Sen bana verirsen nasıl bakalım?
Çok iyi.
Yalanı çok iyi.
Guys, thank you so much for joining me today, and a special thanks to my little helper.
Ne materi? Pap, annem. Materi pap.
I'm Kanan Badalov, and this has been another exciting episode of my cooking adventures. Until next time, stay creative in the kitchen, keep exploring the wonderful world of food, and don't forget to subscribe.
Guys, thank you for watching. If you like, don't forget to subscribe. See you soon. Yusuf nerede lan?
Tamam bir dakika.
Sen de götür. Nerede lan? Selam aleyküm.
Hello, hello, my fellow foodies. Can you guess what's cooking today? It's a dish that fans of Asian culture absolutely adore. Anime lovers, K-drama enthusiasts, and foodies alike, get ready, because we're diving into the irresistible world of ramdon. Grab your chopsticks, and let's get started. As you can see, I've got loads of chapaghetti and niyoguri noodles because today's feast is going to be massive. You already know this is going to be an unforgettable day, so go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Ramdon, also known as chapaguri, is made by combining chapaghetti and niyoguri noodles in one pot, and the result? Chewy noodles coated in a black bean sauce with a hint of spicy udon flavor. This dish shot to international fame after being featured in the Academy Award-winning movie Parasite, where it became a symbol of luxury meeting simplicity. Ramdon highlights the societal divide as it pairs everyday instant noodles with expensive beef, making it both comforting and thought-provoking. It's a beloved comfort food in South Korea with deep cultural roots.
Bunlar çarşılar böyle. Max bak.
Noodles likely arrived in Korea through cultural and trade exchanges with China during the Tang and Song dynasties. However, they gained prominence during the Joseon dynasty. The chapaghetti and niyoguri noodles we're using today offer a rich and contrasting flavor palette. Chapaghetti's black bean sauce delivers savory, slightly sweet, umami-rich flavors, while niyoguri adds a spicy, smoky taste with a touch of seafood. Each pack of chapaghetti and niyoguri comes with its unique blend of spices, powders, and dried vegetables. Chapaghetti includes black bean paste powder, soy sauce powder, onion and garlic powder, along with vegetable flakes like dried cabbage, carrots, and onion bits.
Papa. Papa.
Nilgiri, on the other hand, provides a spicy seafood punch with ingredients like anchovy, shrimp, and clam extracts, along with dried seaweed pieces. This combination creates a perfect marriage of the rich, savory black bean sauce and the spicy seafood-infused broth. We'll need a bit of extra pepper to kick things up a notch. And look who's joining me. My little helper is here. My daughter loves being a part of the process, so go ahead, sweetheart. Stir it up.
Oğlum rastlaman lazım.
Benim.
While my daughter and I are busy mastering this Korean noodle recipe, another helper is hard at work in the background, exercising. No one idles in the Badalov family. Our team is as diverse as it is lively. As I mentioned earlier, in Parasite, ramdon symbolizes the divide between social classes. This is particularly highlighted by the use of beef, a luxury ingredient in South Korea. Did you know beef is one of the most expensive meats there? For example, hanu, a premium locally raised beef, is prized for its marbled texture and exceptional flavor, but comes at a steep price due to its labor-intensive small-scale production. This stands in stark contrast to mass-produced cattle, where affordability often compromises quality. Now, let's talk about cooking the beef for ramdon. To enhance its flavor, I've seasoned the chunks with just salt and pepper, keeping it simple to let the natural taste shine. I'm going to sear them in a hot pan to lock in the juices, ensuring the exterior is beautifully caramelized while the inside stays tender. This step takes about 30 seconds per side, creating the perfect topping for our noodles.
Gideyim. Bak bura.
You know what pairs beautifully with a hot plate of noodles? The satisfaction of being the first to know when my next recipe drops. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and ring that bell icon. It's like seasoning your cooking routine with a dash of excitement. Don't miss out on the flavor. As we prepare these noodles, let's take a moment to appreciate how they've become a global sensation. Thanks to the rise of K-pop and Korean culture, noodles have found a special place on tables worldwide. From K-dramas showing late-night ramen runs to idols sharing their favorite noodle recipes, they've turned this humble dish into an international icon. It's not just food, it's a cultural experience that brings us all closer.
Terine şey? Mango istiyorsan karpuz. Yes.
This sparkling mango soda is a real treat. It's sweet, bubbly, and refreshingly tropical, like a vacation in a bottle. Koreans sure know how to make their drinks stand out, don't they?
Çakı?
There's a slight tang to it, balanced perfectly with that burst of mango. If you're a fan of fruity drinks, you'll love this. Ever wondered why noodles come in those perfectly round batches? Turns out, it's not just for convenience, it's genius. This shape helps them cook evenly and fit snugly in any pot. Plus, it makes packaging a breeze. Whoever came up with this idea deserves an award for practicality and innovation. Look at that glorious fat melting away. This is where the magic happens. Fatty beef isn't just about richness. It adds depth, keeps the meat tender, and gives your dish that irresistible glossy finish. You can practically hear it sizzling with flavor. The noodles are ready, but the timing is key here. You don't want to overcook them. Just 2 to 3 minutes of boiling, depending on their thickness, is all it takes to keep them perfectly chewy and ready to soak up all the delicious flavors we're about to add. Here comes the star of the show, the roasted beef. Once it mingles with the noodles, something magical happens. The juices from the beef seep into the noodles, coating them with a savory richness. The spices will enhance that even further, creating layers of flavor that will make every bite an adventure. The noodles are now a symphony of textures and flavors, silky, spicy, and savory, with just a hint of smokiness from the beef. Every strand is infused with spices, and every bite is pure comfort food bliss. No Korean meal is complete without kimchi. It's more than just a side dish, it's a cultural icon. Fermented to perfection, kimchi brings a tangy, spicy kick to every bite. For South Koreans, it's not just food, it's a piece of their identity. And trust me, it pairs beautifully with noodles like these.
Hemen. Mostly.
As I take a bite of these ramdon noodles, the first thing I notice is the springy texture. They're perfectly chewy, soaking up all those rich, bold flavors. The beef adds a smoky, savory depth, while the spices bring a fiery kick that's balanced by the sweetness of the soy glaze. There's a subtle heat that builds with every bite, making it both comforting and exhilarating. These noodles are a flavor-packed whirlwind, with every bite leaving you wanting more.
Wow, Papa. İki tane balık koydum ben de. Tamam, o sıraydı da. O sırayı istemiyorum. Tamam, niye sonra böyle o sıraydı ya?
Did you know Koreans love their spice because it stimulates the taste buds and makes the meal even more exciting? It's all about turning every meal into a vibrant experience. But sometimes, even I need a refreshing break.
Baba sen de götür de mango. Baba sen de mango götür.
Spicy, very spicy.
Phew, that was intense. This sparkling water is a lifesaver after such a spicy feast. Cooking is not just about making food, it's about creating moments, memories, and flavors that stick with you. I'm Chef Kanan Badalov, and it's always a pleasure to share my kitchen and my passion with you.
Guys, thank you for watching. If you like, don't forget to subscribe. Salam alaikum.
See you next time, and happy cooking!